responded to the scene to prevent a further spread of the fire. A staff of the Federal Fire Service spoke to Afia TV on conditions of anonymity.
This is Federal Fire Service Zone D, Enugu, which comprises Enugu, Anambra, and Ebonyi. This is a fire incident reported at Nza Street. We reported in time. We don't know the cause of the fire as at now, but glory be to God, the fire has been contained and the situation is already under control. As we are fighting, there arrives the state fire service as well. I think we combated and make sure the fire didn't grow to neighboring houses and destroy more properties. I think a lot of properties and lives were already saved.
No life was lost, no one was injured, but property and supplies worth millions of naira were engulfed by the inferno. Maureen Obodo, who was actively managing the relocation of what was left to safer storage, spared a few minutes to share the extent of the damage.
Okay, this is a fire outbreak. And it came from the bush. So I don't really know what happened, but you can see the whole place. You know, I'm speechless, for real I am.
How much would you say was lost today? Well, how would you quantify the loss?
Oh, well, this is over 20 million naira. Yeah, that has been put to ashes. Yeah, I'm only talking of the structures. I'm not even going to the other items like the stocks that are being sold. We are still looking at the structures. Yeah.
An eyewitness who was working nearby just when he heard cries for help and rushed to offer assistance was unable to do so before the flames ravaged the thatched roof of the restaurant and bar. As firefighters struggled to douse any residual flames underneath the debris, another fire started at a nearby location. The fire was said to have been aggravated by the dry season, which took flames on ashes to a new unsuspecting location. The fire service teams swung into action to curb further spread of the raving inferno. In Enugu, Nathalie Uku, reporting for Afia TV.
Oh, well, for the sake of context, the fire was reportedly caused by nearby bush burning, and which, of course, quickly spread due to dry season's harsh conditions. Now, you may just also interested to note that the restaurant, bar, car park, stage, and kitchen were completely razed. Now, the question is, are there no specific things and guidelines for things like this? Now, this is someone's business that has just been completely brought to ground zero, as it were, by the activity of someone else who has no bearing or inkling that whatever he or she did would affect someone else's business. Oh well, we'll look at all of this in the course of the week and find out exactly, seek to interrogate whether or not there are things that could be done to mitigate this kind of cases or stop this kind of things from happening ever. Okay, moving on to other stories. Another conversation that I intend having this week will be around the emergence of Enugu, Southeast, and of course Afia State as new tourism heavens. This is pretty much in the bid to open up the exact nature of the Southeast Nigeria tourism landscape and how Afia and Enugu states more specifically can attract domestic and international tourists while employing innovative ideas for promoting culture, history, and nature in the region. And this is all taken from a particular session that we had here in the studios on this AM set. And let's take a look at that report. It's presented from our studios.
This thing with the landmark is so exciting. I don't even know. I mean, like I want to jump out of my clothes and they start shouting on the road. And it's for 35 years. You can imagine what this guy is bringing on board. Peter Mba, however you think and however you get your audacity, God bless you for making this possible in our time. A lot of people are so happy. It's not blowing somebody's trumpet. I say what I see. And if you see something, say something, please. no matter. I am originally from Anambra State, but I was born here and I've done almost everything here. So being in the hospitality, catering, tourism, and cultural industry, I stand tall to say that this is a right peg in a right hole. There's still a lot more to do. The president just visited, and he was awed by what he saw. The vice president had visited a while ago. And everywhere he goes to, he says, go to Enugu and see what the young man there is doing. I thank God that we have gone beyond this politics thing, Somebody's doing a good job, you don't want to because it's not in my party. Yeah. No, we're talking about Nigeria and the Southeast region now. A whole lot more can be done. Let me start from things that are basically in front of us. I think the governor at this stage needs to set up a standing committee. Charity begins at home. The governor, people like Peter Dochie, Ebubedike, and the rest, who is talking about a unified New Yam Festival for Igbo land, which we're working on now, to have a special day like the American Thanksgiving. Yeah. So basically, the governor needs to set up this committee because not everybody around him knows about what tourism brings, what Sullivan brought on board, There are so many people so serious about work. Something happened Christmas time and we didn't like it because I'm the president of a Kulu Primary School World Association and people were attacking me. This is the governor that you're supporting, everything he's doing. What do you have to say about the little skirmishes in December? I wouldn't want that to smear what the governor is doing. So he needs this committee to be able to advise him on certain things, like talked about noise pollution, how many decibels of noise is going to be allowed. But I want to say that most people building lounges, party places should employ the use of acoustic windows and doors so that the sound is within. Yes. But to go and start disturbing business of tourism and how you're going to sell the International Conference Center. Dr. Sam Obunwobodo, the head of the finance thing, about Enugu, he said, no, these are the things we need. The governor has a wonderful team from his chief of staff, the SSG, the people in tourism, Obi as the transport guy, very audacious. The Uber guy, he's the one that brought Uber to Nigeria, And so many of them, Lloyd Ekweremadu in the Enugu for the first time, Southeast, won to host the National Sports Festival.
Yes.
Fantastic.
And now, that part, you're hosting the National Sports Festival. It's one of the things that Enugu is pretty much in the limelight for, amongst other things. And all of that, we're going to be looking at this week, how Enugu has been able to position herself as a tourist destination, and how that would also translate to increasing, as it were, the IGR of the state, apart from taxation and all of that, because quite a lot of persons having different viewpoints with reference to, designating some particular parts of the state as urban areas. With all of that drama, a lot of persons, different viewpoints. But then this is one line we're going to be towing in the course of this week. And hopefully we come to a conclusion as to how this would translate to the well-being of Indian Enugu and, of course, businesses in Enugu State. You're still watching the Eastern Business Report live from Enugu State, Nigeria. Kindly join in on the conversation, and you could watch it live if you can on our dedicated Afia Business YouTube channel. Kindly type in the search bar www.youtube.com/@Afia Business. While you're there, do well to hit the like button. Remember, you should subscribe so you get notifications on all business-related content coming to you from Afia Business. Now, the Eastern Business Report continues in a bit. Stay tuned.
Join me every weekday on the Afia Business Morning as we bring to you a trilogy of business segments. The opening bell, where we see activities from our select stock exchanges. The global business, where we bring you up to speed on business activities making the rounds all over the world. And we bring the conversation home on the segment Eastern Business Reports, as we discuss business activities and issues bedeviling businesses in the Southeast region. My name is Ubon Kings. Join the Afia Business Morning every weekday 10 a.m. to 12 noon, exclusive to Afia TV on DSTV channel 254 and GoTV channel 17. The Afia Business Morning. Business unusual.
Great to have you rejoin us on the Eastern Business Report on the Afia Business Morning, live from Enugu State, Nigeria, and I am Ubon Kings. Before the break, we saw conversations I intend building up on in the course of the week, and they bordered on how human activities can directly or indirectly impact businesses, and with special reference to the case of the Jewelry Guard in Enugu. On the other conversation was around the emergence of Enugu and Afia State and pretty much the Southeast as the new tourism destination. And moving on, another conversation I wish to further elaborate on would be about the hospitality industry in Enugu State, the landmark effect. And this is in relation to the groundbreaking Enugu Landmark Partnership. And for some reason, I was able to stumble upon a video that was actually done here on the AM show, and it bordered pretty much around all of that and how that's going to impact in the Enugu and businesses that are within the hospitality sector. Let's take a look at that report as presented from our studios.
Let me make it clear. Tourism works with three things. One is infrastructure, road infrastructure. You have to be able to access it. It has to be easy to get there and get out. Second is security. People have to feel secure. People have to come and go freely. And then the third thing is beauty. People have to pass through a pleasant area to get to the destination. Those three things are non-negotiables if you're going to be successful. So I know, and I've spoken with officials in the state, and His Excellency, the governor, has reiterated it even on his own social media handles and in our meetings yesterday at the press conference, these three things the government is paying big attention to. I know that the dualization of the road has already started. They intend to finalize that road all the way to Nike, because, as you said, it's the road to Soko as well. So that has started. It's improved tremendously in the last 2 years. I'm sure you know that. I don't live in Enugu, but I've come a few times. So I've seen in the last 2 years the improvement this government has actually made in infrastructure. So I am very I'm very confident that will be improved. Now, once that infrastructure is improved, I believe the beautification will be improved. I think we're already on top of the security issues in Enugu State, and we just need to make sure that we stay on top of those issues. But I think if you light up a place and you make a place beautiful, only good people come, right? And then good people make sure bad people don't. So we'll see how this progresses, but there's some natural progressions that are important. Are we going to do any work outside the gates of the resort? No, obviously we're not a local government, and we're not a central government. So it's not within our remit to do anything outside the gates. But what we do within the gates will ensure things are done outside the gates. Obviously, again, as I said, the tax receipts from a platform like this are immense. So a lot of that money. Yes, from a security point of view, we feel Enugu's got its acting order, and it was certainly one of the reasons why we've come. We feel there are three reasons. Again, one is security is under control. Two is it's a forward-looking government, an extremely forward-looking government. They're inviting the private sector. They really want Enugu to do well, and we want to be part of that kind of success. Three, and the third is Enugu is a city and a state that just has a lot of progressive people. And, it used to be sort of the East Central state HQ. So the market is there, the region is there, and the templates for doing things well are there. So then those are the key reasons why we decided to come to Enugu. In terms of the hotel itself, we don't have any intentions at this point in time to demolish it. Subject to further conversations with the government, we may build another hotel within the same site. But we do have plans to upgrade it. So we intend to upgrade it significantly in a way that makes it appropriate and an international standard and world class. So that will be over a period of time. We're not going to shut it down, go in there and do it all in one fell swoop. We're going to probably do it wing by wing, floor by floor, area by area. But lots of what we're going to do at Nikki Lake, by the way, is not about the hotel. It's about the grounds in terms of just creating, the adventure, the water parks, and different experiences along the grounds. Because that's where the real opportunity is. We're going to connect the lake all the way through by having a boardwalk that runs the entire length of the site and it connects it. We're going to increase the interaction with the lake from the land side. And what we haven't done is that we haven't done the sort of studies that we require to do in the actual water itself to figure out how to A, clean up the water, B, make it more friendly, C, maintain the natural habitat and create an environment around it. But, there's a lot of land. So we're going to create some artificial lakes as well as that will complement this. And we need to create those for people to interact with, swim, paddle, play, and any of the water parks. But we intend mostly at this stage to preserve a large part of the lake, if not all of it.
Oh, well, these are the conversations that we would want to push a lot further in the course of this week on the Eastern Business Report. And on that note, I dare say that this is the Science of the Package today on the Eastern Business Report. You're still watching the Afia Business Morning live from Enugu State, Nigeria. Kindly join in the conversation watching live right now on our dedicated Afia Business YouTube channel. Kindly type in the search bar www.youtube.com/Afia Business. While you're there, do well to hit the like button. Remember, you should subscribe so you get notifications on all business-related content coming to you from Afia TV. Up next is Oyin Afia. Thank you for your time. My name is Ubong Kings. Stay tuned.
Ndabia, listen to this important business opportunity. Refuse to be distracted now. Ecoha Shopping Center will be remodeled into an international textile market. Make haste and plan yourself for this good opportunity. These modern markets come with state-of-the-art facilities. Fertile and robust e-commerce platform Kana Wagyu. Powerful integrated logistics for efficient delivery. 24/7 electricity supply will go to Dachi. These markets gain a 3-level car park, fiber optic internet connection, automatic lift everywhere. Just 1.5 million in Wela shop. It is a rent-to-own model. Deposit 1.5 million and pay the balance over 18 months. Ekaneche, Piamekwan Invest.